Muscle tissue is highly organized and efficient. A muscle is a bundle of fibers. Each fiber is made up of myofibrils. These are cylindrical structures composed of thin actin filaments and thick myosin filaments. As we zoom into a myofibril, we can see the individual sarcomere units. This is where we'll focus our discussion. The sarcomeres are the fundamental contractile units of the muscle. They are composed of actin, the thin filaments, and myosin, the thick filaments. There are two I-band regions with a C-line that lies in the middle of each one A-band region, and an M-line which lies in the middle of the H-zone. Now that we know the basic parts of the sarcomere, we can discuss the process of contraction and relaxation. This process can be explained through the sliding filament model. We'll start off with a relaxed sarcomere unit. As contraction begins, the C-line region begins to enclose. As this occurs, there is an increase in the overlap between the thin and thick filaments. This causes a buildup of tension. This process shortens the individual sarcomeres units through a series of interactions between the thin and thick filaments called cross bridges. These interactions occur when ATP and the heavy chains of myosin are hydrolyzed. The hydrolyzation of ATP to ADP and the release of the phosphate group causes a conformational change that essentially allows for the heavy chain of the myosin to undergo what we call the power stroke. Once the thick filament pulls against the thin filament, ADP is released from the myosin heavy chain. The myosin remains attached to the actin. Cross-bridge dissociation can only occur once a new ATP molecule binds to the myosin heavy chain. The ATP causes another conformational change, which weakens the interaction between the myosin and actin. Filaments don't slip back and forth from their positions because while there are some undergoing detachment, the rest are still attached and interacting with each other. ATP can now be hydrolyzed, allowing for the cross-bridge formation and filament sliding cycle to begin again.